Have you looked for an alternative for Walt Disney World? Well, stay tuned because we've got a lot to show you in regard to Universal Studios Orlando. I am in a place that I have fond memories. It's Universal Studios Citywalk. I was in charge of marketing here for the pre-opening, and we were actually standing on the balcony of a place that was Motown Cafe back then. There were people that came in for the grand opening that included Diana Ross. We had Smokey Robinson. We had a lot of great people out here performing. But what you've got is this great entrance for people to go into Universal Studios Florida and Universal Studios Islands of Adventure. Orlando truly is a melting pot. People from around the world want to come to places. They want to come to Universal Studios Florida. And we cannot wait to show you some of the sights, because if you haven't been here, you're missing a true gem. One of the greatest movie theaters that you're going to have access to in Central Florida is right behind us right now, the cinema. When it first opened, they did things like a 24-hour movie scene where they wanted to see if anybody could actually sit in a movie theater and watch movies for 24 hours and not fall asleep. We did a contest, and it was actually with the Orlando Magic players. They were incredible. We raised money for a good cause, and you know, there were two people that actually lasted, and one of them was an Orlando Magic player by the name of Bo. So back in the day at CityWalk, there was a place called the NBA location. That's where a bunch of the basketball associates would come out. It was great. Got to spend a lot of wonderful time with Charles Barkley, you know, the Michael Jordans of the world. Everybody would hang out. Well, it's no longer an NBA location, but guess what it is? It's called the Chocolate Emporium, and you can get everything with chocolate on there. So NBA or chocolate? I ask you, which one would you vote for? Jimmy Buffett was part of the grand opening of Universal Studios Citywalk, and what you are seeing behind me is an actual plane that he actually flew in the Caribbean, and it was when he was writing the book, A Pirate Looks at 50. I've got a fun story to tell you. When we were talking about the grand opening of Margaritaville, Jimmy really wanted to land the seaplane on the lake, and we talked with every type of architect, and we just couldn't, and every engineer, and we just couldn't risk Jimmy Buffett's life. He wanted to do it, but what would we decide to do? Our creative said, can we make it a bar? And Jimmy said, of course, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. What we have behind us is the Hard Rock Cafe, and it's also Hard Rock Live. So I was in charge of marketing for CityWalk when it opened, and Tom Williams had offered for me to be able to pick any musician that was on the Universal record label to do the opening. So I had the opportunity to pick Elton John. Elton John came in and decided not to accept the payment for that night. It was $1 million, and we donated it to Give Kids the World, and it created the seed money for the Give Kids the World Village. So right back here, if you ever get a chance when you're in town, check out and see what concerts are going on there, because if you can see from here, right above where that banner is, that is a VIP balcony, and that VIP balcony is a place where they have a piano that is from the Beatles. There's a story about how Eddie Murphy met Steven Spielberg and Ron Howard, of all places. Instead of Los Angeles, he met them here, and I had the opportunity to introduce them, and some really great things came about it, and that was during the Islands of Adventure grand opening so many years ago. So if you haven't experienced Universal Studios, you're missing out. And I love the fact that my daughter is working here and the legacy lives on. We love it. What a joy it is to be able to be at Universal Studios Orlando, and we are right at the entrance of Islands of Adventure. And so for those of you that are looking for those superheroes and you want to ride the Hulk is my favorite ride. I think that they have all up here at Universal Studios. Enjoy. As if Universal Studios couldn't get any better, if you come into Islands of Adventure and you ride this ride, it's called the Hulk. I have a great story about it. When it opened, Islands, I was a little nervous, I've got to admit, because it shoots you from like 0 to 67 miles per hour, turns you upside down, throws you to the water. And so there was this great guy that was in charge of creative by the name of Mark Woodbury that took me on the ride and told me all the safety features. You can hear people screaming now, but I guarantee if you were to go on the ride with the now president, actually the CEO and chairman of the Universal Parks and Resorts, you would have a great deal of comfort too. If I can do it, you can do it. Now we're at Universal Studios in Orlando. You could say this is the OG. This is the original great theme park that Universal created in Orlando, Florida. When you're in Universal Studios, Florida, you do not want to miss the Bourne Stuntacular. It's here on Rodeo Drive, and we have a great fondness for this, especially since we know the Renaissance Entertainment Group that coordinated and organized this really cool ride here. Get a chance, check out John Benkowski's interview. He's the movie director that did A Christmas Karen, but he and his partners do these great rides right here, the Bourne Stuntacular. So if you are looking for a place where stories come to life, movies come to life, then you've got to check out Universal Studios Orlando. And then don't forget Islands of Adventure. It's got Harry Potter, and CityWalk has got Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. So on behalf of my team, the Kim Hawk Real Estate Group, we hope that you'll find your place in the sun with us at some time. Give me a call at 1-800-KIM-HAWK so we can help you find, sell, buy a house, and have you as a neighbor right here near Disney. Make sure that you subscribe and like so that we can continue to give you up-to-date information on all things that are going around the 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle, because this is truly a magical place to live.